Sieracki, at your college, how do you think your college has prepared you for your job here at Grand Oak?
Okay, that's a very good question. I knew going to college that I wanted to be a teacher, and I knew I wanted to focus on elementary. So I think my college very well prepared me. We took a lot of coursework in teaching math and teaching reading, and we had to actually go and visit a lot of schools. I had to teach in a lot of different schools to prepare me for that. So I think it was really a great preparation for being a teacher.
Okay. What made you decide you wanted to go to this college?
So, well, I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, so it was not too far away, but just far enough from home where I could feel like I was going away to school. So it was about a 3-hour drive. And I knew they were very well known for education, so it was part of it too. I applied to probably 3 or 4 different schools that I knew were in that little bit of travel and were known for education, and that one was the one that ended up fitting the best.
Okay. Did you ever have a doubt about going to the school? Like, you didn't think it was going to be as good as it actually was?
I think it was the opposite. I was actually a little nervous going away to school because you never know. You're going with all different people. You're meeting, you don't know who your roommate's going to be and who you're going to be spending all your time with, and if you'll know people very quickly. But it ended up being great. It was just the right size. It wasn't a huge school, but it wasn't small either. So I think all in all, it was a really good choice. It was more of a pleasant surprise than it was a opposite.
Okay. Were the teachers very strict, like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay. I think in courses because you have to take general courses, no matter what your major is, and I think some of those teachers were a little bit harder. But once I got into my major, you end up connecting with a lot of teachers repeatedly because they're involved in your major, and if you're in something that you really enjoy, it ends up being a really good thing. But I think the ones that were, like in politics and in writing, were really strict as far as requirements.
Okay, so did you ever have an extra kind of curricular kind of thing, like an extra choice?
Mm-hmm.
And why did you pick those?
Yeah, I did. I did intramural sports. And that was something I not only did for fun as an extra, because it was a great way to have fun with your friends and play a little sports, but it wasn't super competitive, so I didn't feel like I was playing on the collegiate level and trying to balance classes and sports, so it was a little more on the fun side. And then I also did a lot of things for my major, so I joined like the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program with the YMCA. And I got to work in some schools and work with a lot of kids in the community. And I also did, on campus, they had what they call a freshman orientation course. And once you're a sophomore or a junior, you're able to be a teacher assistant to that course, to the professor. So it's one of those like getting used to the school type courses, and I was able to be a teacher assistant with that.
Okay. Did you feel as you were in high school that you had to work a lot to get to that college that you wanted to be?
Yes. Yes, I did. I felt I had to keep my grades up. I had to really make sure I was involved in a lot of extracurricular activities because a lot of schools want you to be very well-rounded. So a balance of all those things and your intentions, I think, all play a factor.
Was it very stressful from the transition from high school to college?
A little bit, because every change is a little different. But yeah, I think you go through an uncomfortable stage, just like if you were changing from middle school to high school or elementary to middle school. It's kind of an unknown. So there's a little bit of scariness there, but I think that it ends up being okay.
Okay. Why did you pick the degrees you wanted that you got?